All right, everyone, welcome to GameKheyl. This is Naveed and Abdullah again joining you today with the second round of GameBird qualifiers. So, yesterday we saw some competitive action, and the scoreboard is right in front of us. Abdullah, if you can run us down very quickly.
Thank you, Naveed, for having me. And everything's just prepared and already started. So let's just quickly talk about yesterday कि किस तरीके का कल लीडर बोर्ड रहा और कौन 10 लोग जो थे उनको पॉइंट्स मिले हैं.
Okay, so the way it looks, Sohaib snuck the lead at the last minute with his game against Legend Player,
Yes.
and he sits pretty on top with 10 points. Right behind him is Kumel, who again was very impressive till that last thing that Shoaib pulled off. Then we have Hamad, Legend, Ammar, Lion King, Rascal, Mufab, Tower Conqueror, and Adriat in that respective order. And I'm pretty sure a lot of players would want to see their favorites come out on top. So, Abdullah, is there anything exciting about this game before we start commentating on live action? Abdullah, can you hear me?
Yes, I guess know कि किन पे नजर रखनी है कौन से 10 लोगों पे, but that doesn't mean कि उनके अलावा और नहीं है, since some of the people were unlucky and due to the losses they couldn't play anymore.
No worries. So looks like we are diving straight into the action. So that right now we are seeing Sohaib in action. He's already won his first game. So let's see what he is up to. All right. So far, it's him versus Max. Not sure if I'm familiar with the second player, but Sohaib was very impressive, sitting on top of the table, and he would want to continue that. वो चाहेंगे कि उनकी lead extend हो, if possible. So what are we seeing so far? Abdullah, your audio may be an issue, but never mind that. As we see some great offense from Suhaib trying to push the left tower, and Max will use his deck to the best of his abilities.
Hello, Naveed.
Yes, this is good. So Abdullah, what can you see? What can you tell our viewers right now? What's happening?
So he can destroy even counters, but he's playing with looks like a graveyard deck. So this would be a pretty competitive match. Because even though he has a lot of bait, but the baby dragon would play an important role in destroying a lot of splash damage. So let's see how it turns out.
All right, it looks like it's power versus speed. Which one will come out on top? We shall know very soon. 1 minute left, about a minute and 10 seconds left actually. So and so far it's looking pretty even, barring the left tower damage for Sohaib.
See, now this was the thing I was talking about. The splash damage from Baby Dragon is insane. It just destroyed the minion horde in 2 seconds. This would play a vital role in his win if Max is able to win this. Oh, he's playing a golem deck. This is a very unorthodox golem deck.
Again, we may have some interruptions from Abdullah's microphone, but not to worry. As we can see action, and we'll have Abdullah give his expert analysis as soon as his mic operations are sorted. The golems are approaching the tower. Are they going to do some damage? No, they're destroyed right before they could land. And right now, looks like Sohaib's graveyard deck is doing fine. Abdullah, I think we can hear you again.
Okay, that's good to know. Max has been playing a relatively heavy deck, and I guess this matchup would be in Sohaib's favor due to the Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower can just eat through the golem in like less than 5 to 7 seconds, and this would play a whole a great role in his win, probably. See now, when the golem crosses the bridge,
Oh, he just got absolutely dismantled. Good work. Similarly, 847 damage. This should be fairly easy, barring something ridiculous. And we saw Komel yesterday. He was just absolute fire. So, are we going to see a repeat of that, or is it going to be a little different? Never mind that the tower is looking compromised. As 60 seconds left in this overtime. Again, we are in the day 2 of qualifiers for GameBird Spring Edition. Let's see who will end up being the winner of this entire thing. I'm very excited to know that. We saw some amazing competition yesterday, some surprises as well, some new names, but we shall see who will come out on top. ये देखना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि कौन सा ऐसा competitor मौजूद है जो कि अपना लोहा मनवाएगा. Let's see.
sorry for the distortion, Naveed.
Oh, this
I
is
guess
as good
I'm
as it
currently
sounded.
facing
But
some technical difficulties.
well, that may continue, but about 13 seconds left. This is looking more competitive than we thought, but Sohaib gets the job done with 11 seconds left in the overtime and gets his second win for the day.
Can you hear me, Naveed?
Yes, I can hear you now, Abdullah. And Ghasif,
Yes,
look at that. Ghasif is on top right now with 2 wins.
I'm just saying that I'm facing some technical difficulties and some network issues as well. So can you just give me some time, and
No
I'll
worries. I'll try to hold the fort, even though I'll not be half as good as you are, but hopefully everything is sorted and you can join us again. In the meanwhile, let's quickly look through the tower. Let's watch Hamad as he is sitting 8th, and he's I don't know who he's facing. Let's see who. In fact, let's go to Komel first because he was again one of the top competitors from yesterday, and he's going up against Abdul Basit. And right now, looks like both these competitors are holding their own. But right now, the left tower is GG. Wow, good work from Komel as he wins his second game of the day. I think we can safely move to the next game. And Sohaib, well, Ed Riot is sitting third. So let's see what he is going through. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this would be a graveyard offense from Malia Zabe, who Edward is facing right now. Oh, this is not looking good. That right tower looks absolutely demolished. And it is. This may be a quick one in favor of Ed Riot, who has a point to prove. He did not score. He may not be as high as he would have wanted to be in yesterday's competition, but what can he churn out? We shall see soon. Now to the left tower. This is not looking good for Maria Zabe. In a fairly reasonable position. Another golem for the right tower. Looks like Ed Riot is in a very comfortable position to defend that. "60 seconds and the left. Ooh. A valiant effort from Malia Zabe, but looks like this might be the beginning of the end in this one. Or maybe it looks like it's gonna be a foregone conclusion. We can move on to the next game safely. GG. Now, what is going on in the leaderboard so far? There is a 5-way split for the second position. Uh, all competitors are in Aqua, OP, and Ghasif. Ghasif has won two fights without, two battles and hasn't lost any so far. He's going up against Tower Conqueror, who was a top 10 finisher. Let's see if Ghasif wants to get some success in his favor. What is this? Oh, okay, then 14-10. Maybe a misstep from Tower Conqueror. You never know. Alright, final 10 seconds. It's looking pretty even so far. No one with the declarative damage. This may be close.
So who are we spectating?
Oh, right now we have Tower Conqueror versus Ghasif. And Ghasif has just lost to Tower Conqueror. Great performance from Tower Conqueror in this one. As in early stages it was a three-way split. Looks like Sohaib and Adriot have pulled away with 3 wins each. Aqua, OP, Ghasif going on in their third and fourth positions. Hassan Azam is also in action, and let's look at GameKheyl. All of his games have been pretty interesting so far, and he looks in a very comfortable state against Legend player. These two had an absolute classic yesterday. All right, in overtime, even GameKheyl's left tower is in a pretty compromised position, so we don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Again, looks like we are still struggling with the audio, Abdullah. GameKheyl likes to put himself in dangerous positions, but is this going to be his downfall? We shall know soon. The 3 musketeers in play, but 2 of them have been sorted out. Alright, looks like this may be the beginning of the end. Or is it? GameKheyl is fighting for his life in this game. Trying his best to stay. But oof. Not a lot of time left in this one. Heavy offense.
Can you hear me, Nabi?
Yes.
Is it distorted or clear?
It's better now. It's much better. I can hear you perfectly. Again, GameKheyl is giving us another heart attack in this one. The golem is in play. What's gonna happen? Oof.
The heal spirit is like refreshing whole HP of the keyboards and the panel.
This is going to be mighty close with just 10 seconds. Who is going to get this one? 8. This is overtime. 160 and Legend player gets it done. There is not going to be a comeback today for GameKheyl, as Legend player gets it done in the last 5 seconds. Great performance. Abdullah, so you've been observing a few games. If you can give us any insight before we move into action again.
Yes, I just observed that many of the players made some changes to their decks. If you look at Kumail's deck, he switched out his E-bar and put in Skeleton King, while Legend player also made a few adjustments with the heal spirit. I would say we should look at other players as well, what they're playing. Adroid is doing pretty well. Last time you remember he consumed all of his resources, so I think we should spectate him.
Looks like Adroid is going to get that left tower. Yeah, it seems like a foregone conclusion now with full elixir and everything else moving in his favor. This may be the last stand for Tower Conqueror. Sorry, 641. Never mind that. This is not looking good at all for Tower Conqueror.
Great poison value by Adroid.
exceptional skill at display from our competitors today. Oh, GG has been offered, and that might be it, as the baby dragon should get it
This
sorted,
is
and it does. Great performance from Edright. He will move higher up into the standings. As we can see, Sohaib with 4 wins. Again, he is a man on a mission in this entire contest, that is GameBird, and he is doing pretty well for himself. Right now, right behind him is Edred, who we just saw come in second. Aqua OP is third right now, and Hamad is in play as well. So let's look at what Hamad is doing. Lion King. Oh, and he won against Lion King right away.
oh, this battle just ended.
Yeah, the sooner it started, the sooner it ended. Never mind. That brings a 3-way split for the lead. As we look at the rest of the standings, we got Aqua OP, Abdul Basit, Ghasif, Hassan Azam, Daniel Snipe, Junaid Bait, and Rascal. A lot of names missing. Kumail 11, Tower Conqueror 12, Lion King 13th. A lot of missing names. Abdullah, what do you think so far?
If you look at the bottom rankings, this is actually shocking. I'm seeing Amar and Zan at 18 and 19,
Oh wow.
which is amazing because these two have been at high level competitive gaming, and seeing them like this is just, I honestly cannot believe this.
Yeah, it might be unreal, as Ammar has 3 losses already in 4 games. Let's see what he is
And he's
doing right
also
now.
currently losing from Zan, so it's game over for him. Only one more loss remaining for Amar. This is such a huge upset.
This may be a shifting tide, or is it that Ammar has lost the will to compete tonight? Either case, we are going to see what happens. In the meanwhile, Hamad and Sohaib looks like, and Tariq perhaps, they are the only unbeaten competitors today. Let's see what Hamad is in the process of. He is going up against Misbah Sami, and it looks pretty even heading into the second minute.
Okay, so two of the players are playing Splash Yard, this perfectly balanced graveyard that we're talking about.
So let's see who
And
blinks first in this one then.
this can be a fair matchup for Hamad because he can control his gameplay through the cards. He has balanced cards, but depends on the over expenditure and the exploitation of Misbah if that player can take advantage of one mistake, and that's what he needs.
There are fine margins in this game, and you would not want to give anything away as we head into the final minute of action. This is double elixir time. Who is going to blink first? We shall see. We are on stream live. I'm not sure if
Hamad
we
is
have.
actually down.
Sorry. Oh yes, Hamad is actually down. I agree. Yeah, as I was going to say, a lot of the viewers may not watch this live, but this tournament, and in fact all the competition, hopefully for this event, will be broadcasted live here at GameKheyl. So if you're competing, you can see what your opponents are doing, and if you're not, this is going to be something that you will enjoy. So make sure to tune in whenever we are live, as this game comes to its end game. We are in the sudden death. Pretty even, as we can look at the damage for both of these competitors, both attacking the right side. And finally, as soon as I say that, Hamad's left tower is being attacked heavily.
Oh, that's some serious damage. The wall breakers connect and the miner takes a lot of hits as well.
This
Amar.
may work in favor of Misbah Sami.
It's all about pressure. If Misbah pressures enough I guess the win can be taken because there's only much that Hamad can do over such aggressive pressure.
Completely agreed. इसमें I think एक चीज़ जो which has to be kept in mind कि both these competitors look highly skilled, but the experience will always outshine. As we go into the triple elixir time, what will happen? 1 minute से भी कम रहता है इस game completion में. Ooh, that right tower looks
Baby
compromised and looks
Dragon
like it's
connect करता
conceded.
है.
Or is it? 500 damage left. It looks like Misbah has conceded. And there might not be much that he could do to sustain this game as
Yes.
this
अब
may
Hamad
be.
से first spell cycle जाएगा और he will probably get the win because now his
This is GG. Ahmad looked in trouble early, but rallied back and gets the win as he looks pretty competitive tonight. Now, Sohaib again with 5 points. Ahmad again, the two unbeaten competitors. Tariq is coming up as well, along with Ghasif. Let's look at the top 10 real quick. Sohaib, Hamad, Adright, Tariq, Daniel Snipe, Junaid Bait, Aqua OP, Ghasif, Inzan, Hassan Snipe, completing our top 10. Legend player is just dropping out. Abdul Basit as well, Tower Conqueror. And let's just quickly go down. Mufab is 20th. He was in top 10 yesterday. Kumail 22nd. Would you believe that? Wow. This is very surprising.
This is actually very surprising because it's like this tournament is full of upsets. First we see a Mars losses and then Kumail goes down to 22nd. This looks like a completely different scenario than the last time.
Yeah, looks like this competition is blown wide open. Whose stream should we visit next, Abdullah?
I'd say we should look at the first player. So hey, let's see what he's doing with his opponents because it looks like all his battles are one-sided. The way he's leading the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, he has something working for him. It might be witchcraft, it might be skill, whatever it is, it's working, and he's going up against Lion King with the moniker of Mother Witch. But looks like Sohaib is the one who's doing the bewitching here.
Sohaib looks like he's in comfortably in the lead.
And I think today's qualifiers is going to blow this competition absolutely wide open. Some of the favorites are nowhere to be seen today, which is
Exactly.
very
Just
surprising.
imagine how many changes it can make to the result because based on these rankings, totally new players would get different points according to their ranks, and previous players like Kunal and Ammar, they would be ruled out. This is just crazy.
Looks like this game is pretty one-sided as well. So far, everything that Lion King is throwing towards Sohaib is being countered exceptionally well. About 1 minute and 8 seconds left as we head into this one. Some heavy-duty offense from Lion King.
I don't know how allowing he just allowed that Dark Goblin to just destroy so much damage on that tower.
Sorry? I didn't catch most of it, even though I'm pretty sure everyone in the stream may have heard you.
The Dark Goblin just like took so much damage, and I don't know how Lion King allowed that to happen.
Well, again,
And the game looks like it's over.
this is a game of fine margins. All it will take is a single log, and that should be that. So Sohaib consolidates his lead at the top, as there's not much anyone can do apparently with the countdown happening, and we're just going to beat the traffic and move on to to see who moves up. Oh,
Oh,
Hamad has 6
Hamad.
wins. Let's see what he is cooking. He's probably. Oh, he started a new game now. Wow. Abdullah, this is a day of absolute shockers. Your thoughts on the event so far?
I guess this event has been like truly shocking for me. This, especially this tournament. जहां तक हम पहले टूर्नामेंट से इसको कंपेयर करें तो probably we can see के सिवाय सुहेब के comparison नहीं किया जा सकता because it's not decided yet. First rank is taken over by Hamad and we don't even know what's coming next. We have like 35 minutes to go.
And by the way, look at that. They're just doing the waiting game with one another. Who is going to throw offense first? What's happening, Abdullah? There's a lot of league talents
This
there in
is
this one.
probably because
Again, we are facing some sort of disruption, Abdullah, which is fairly okay. Or maybe is this a lagging stream? I don't know. Whatever it is, we are just going to stay here for a bit till we see if there's any action. I guess we can move on and return to the stream and see what happens. And looks like Sohaib has reclaimed his spot to the top. Or is it Hamad? Let's revisit. No, nothing is happening here. Is it a lag stream? I don't know. Abdullah.
no, it's not lagging. They're both waiting for double elixir because Hamad is playing Splasher, and in double elixir he can has twice the advantage on defense, while Daniel is playing.
Again, apologies for the interruption. We will get Abdullah in soon. As soon as he gets in, we'll get to hear his thoughts. In the meanwhile, you get to hear mine, and this is absolutely ballistic in favor of Hamad, who is going with heavy offense. But he might be able to counteract some of it. This is looking exciting so far. Oof. Unrelenting pressure from both the competitors as we move into the final 15 seconds. Abdullah, you might be back with us.
Yes, I'm back, and I've been spectating the game. Both of them were doing the great because of their techs and the way they're supposed to play. It's just like perfect because this is what they wanted to wait for the double elixir and the triple elixir time so that they can take advantage of that.
So, Abdullah, here's a question. So, when you're in a competitive space, like where you have a tournament for an hour, like the format that we have, don't you think it becomes a challenge when the game goes in overtime? Because you could potentially be playing other players and getting more points. But if you're playing overtime every time, you may lose some time as well. We'll get the answer of that as soon as we
That,
will. Oh, yeah, Abdullah, I think we can hear you again.
yes, I'm just saying that is a very good question, and the answer to that is that it depends on the deck you're playing. Every person, some of them choose to play a heavier deck, while some of them choose to play a fast cycle deck. It all depends on how you can finish the game in less than 3 minutes, just like Sohaib did in the start. You might have noticed that he got the lead earlier on because of his deck. He probably three crowned the opponent. So one should always play that kind of deck that can provide him a like a
Again, we are hearing some robotic voices in the background. Again, this is, I don't think this is something that we can control, so we would apologize. But again, we need Abdullah's expert opinion in this one because he is one of the main guys when it comes to this community. Again, I think we can hear you. We have 30 minutes left, so we are halfway through this competition, and the action looks as thrilling as we could have possibly hoped for. This is possibly one of the most shocking days in the experiences of everyone in this community. Some big favorites have been knocked out, and look at that. Hamad's left tower is not looking good as we are looking
and he
at.
loses.
Oh wow! He loses the first game because there was a tiebreaker, and apparently Daniel Snipe gets the win over a big competitor, and this may hurt Hamad in the rankings, and it does, as Daniel Snipe moves third, with Sohaib firmly gripping the first position, and Hamad slips to second. And
Each minute, all the rankings are changing completely. Top five is changing and it's just amazing how
it is just absolutely astounding to see what's going on. 3 losses for Hassan Snipe, but he has 5 points. Is he going to climb higher, or is he going to get thrown out of the competition? We will know as he fights Ammar. Ammar is still in it, Abdullah.
I thought Ammar was knocked out, but seeing that he's still in the tournament probably means that he's still trying to at least get.
Yeah, it might be a case of ring rust for Ammar, who may have been able to figure out a few things, considering he did pretty well yesterday. But of what we and the entire community, and especially he himself, would have lofty expectations for himself. It will be interesting to see how this one ends up being. As soon as we have Abdullah back, we'll get to hear his thoughts as well as we enter the final 30 seconds of this game.
So Ammar got back to his previous deck that he was playing in the last tournament, and looks like he just somehow is surviving this tournament. And I don't know how this would turn out in the final minutes. Can
This is not looking good for either of the left towers in this one, as a sneaky offense from the right gets nullified. Okay then, this was looking pretty dangerous for a minute for Ammar, but looks like Hassan Snipe will try to do his best to defend. However, there's a lot of pressure in graveyard.
I think this should be. Oh, it's so close now. Might just have to cycle his fireball and arrows, and it's game
I
over.
think Fireball should do it. This was another competitive game, but this should be it. Ammar getting the win and trying to claw his way back up after a dismal start. And let's see where this win puts him in the rankings now.
Okay, so we have
Ammar is 6th, by the way, now. So and looking at the top again, it's Sohaib, Hamad, Daniel Snipes, Adriat, Hassan Snipe, Ammar, Legend player, Junaid Bait, Mufab, and Tariq. A lot of these players have kind of gotten their way back. Kumail, who was 2nd yesterday, is languishing at 12th, and he's staring down the barrel with a final throw of the dice. If he doesn't make it through this one, it will be curtains for him. Let's see. And he's going up against Tower Conqueror in this one.
Can you hear me, Namir?
Yep.
Seeing Kumail like this is just truly shocking because look how everything turned out. Completely different than before. Completely opposite.
Indeed, he was doing pretty well for himself yesterday, and today he is struggling to get his feet under him. This is going to be pretty bothersome as the left tower nearly gets decimated. Graveyard mode again.
But the golem, and now it's time for Kumail to go back like he used to play and probably take one tower down.
Here
and
we go.
take
That
the
was
win.
another last minute comeback. Abdullah, are we surprised now? At this stage, nothing surprises us anymore. This is happening time and time again. Kumail again surviving and now perhaps moving up the table as he now moves 6th. And Because of that win, Ammar drops to 8th. Let's see what Hamad is doing while he's sitting at the second. Now the board is becoming more and more decisive as. All right, look at this from position 12th till 6th. In fact, 5th. All of the competitors have equal points. So if you want to stay competitive tonight and if you want to get those points for yourself, I don't know who will get it. A lot of last deciders. Inzen, Kumel, Hassan Snipe, Ammar, all of them are at the stretch of their lives in this one. They have all have had 4 losses. Let's see who survives.
Yes, very true. And Naveed, अगर आप legend player को notice कर रहे होगे, he hasn't lost a single match, but due to the type of deck that I
Again, a lot of lag. Legend player. As soon as we were saying nice things about him, he almost losing his tower. I thought it was going to be it, but never mind that. He is handed his first loss, Abdullah. You just gave him the commentator's curse. Never mind. Now,
that was so bad.
now looking at Suhaib, the only unbeaten competitor tonight. Let's see if we jinx him or not as he goes up against Adrian. Just getting a win against his competitor in Legend Player.
Okay, so this would be a match to watch because Android has been in great form in this tournament and probably, I would say, a better player than yesterday as well. He has been surprising us.
So, Abdullah, considering you've been a competitor at this game and you've played this game for a while, how important is form heading into a tournament like this? Like having a good streak of wins. Is it important, or do you think every tournament is different, anything can happen? Again, we can't hear Abdullah. We'll get his answer shortly as we head back into the
Can you
action.
hear me now?
Yes. Quick answer, please.
Yes, so I've been saying that form is very important because if you're playing ladder and you've been tilting a lot, that means you wouldn't be able to perform क्योंकि आपका mentality एक वो हो जाती है हार हार के कि आप even जीते हुए matches भी choke कर जाते हो. So form in this kind of competition is really important, and from what I can see, Sohaib has been in phenomenal form.
Indeed, Suhaib, pretty unbeaten so far. Looks like he may be able to do that again. So far, everything either of the competitors are throwing at one another is being absolutely denied. You shall not pass, as Gandalf would say. Here, so
And बाकी सारे competitors को अगर आप compare करोगे सुहेब की performance से, I think Suhaib just lost one battle in both the tournaments yet, if I'm not wrong.
I
He just
guess
lost
that is
one battle.
yes. I think that is right. कल के दिन भी एक बड़ी dominant performance थी. He was lucky कि last minute पे he was able to pull away in that game that he was looking like he would lose. मगर वो जीते और ना सिर्फ जीते, he ended up getting the most points and looks like tonight may be no different. But जैसे कि हम देख सकते हैं आज भी और कल भी हमने देखा कि anything can happen in this game. Last minute की चीज़ें change हो सकती
True.
हैं. Winners can lose, losers can win, and that is what a prize pool pressure can bring to each competitor. 20 seconds before we head into overtime. It looks like this will be. Oh, he misses
Burhan,
it.
it
This may be
misses the
fatal.
lock and the damage has been done.
Oof, that was a big error from Edride, nearly paying dearly for it. This time it was. It's sudden death time as we are looking at the final 20 minutes before the second qualifier ends. Nothing but sheer excitement in this one so far.
Indeed, Naveed, the second qualifier. Basically, this is the first qualifier, but second tournament of that first qualifier, just to make everyone clear.
Alright, duly noted and oof, significant damages being placed by either competitor.
Looks like Android is putting a lot of pressure on Suhaib because he's in the lead.
He is, and he has some items that he can use to get that damage in and right at time. Look at that. I'm not sure. Is that the earthquake?
Yes, the Earth. One more earthquake, and this can all
Here
go
we go.
to
Commentator curse 2.0, Abdullah.
So I'm on a commentator curse streak.
Yes, I think. So if you're a player of this game, stay away from Abdullah at least today. And never mind. So, oh my goodness, look at this, Abdullah. Look at the leaderboard.
I am out of work.
8 points each, 1 loss each. This is going to go down to the wire. 18 minutes before we know definitively who is going up and who is going down. And look at Ammar showing his class all the way up to 7 points with like 1 point behind the lead actually. So who should we look at? And also look at Kumail. Kumail also is clawing his way back up into points.
I think we should spectate Adroid right now because he's playing Kumail. So this would be an interesting match.
I like the sound of this matchup. A lot at stake for both competitors. Again, this is esports at its finest. Some of the best Pakistani players competing right now for the big prize.
और अगर आप प्रेशर की बात करें तो कुमैल के पास लास्ट लॉस रिमेनिंग है but Adroid still has his chances, so this can even turn out to be an elimination for Kumail. What do you think, Naveen?
Yeah, honestly, I think sometimes there are individuals who like to perform under pressure. When they have absolutely nothing to lose, they turn on the afterburners. And tonight, Kumail and even what's his name?
Ammar.
Ammar, yes, that's the one. Him and Ammar have been on absolute tear today, and I mean, they had a slow start. They found adversity, and even Kumail yesterday, how did he manage to pull what he was able to do? So, मुझे यही लगता है कि यार, honestly, there are people who enjoy being under pressure, but I don't know if it's good for your cardiovascular health because this is giving stress to everyone, including us here at the commentary booth. I wish everyone watching this good health because this is absolutely adrenaline fueling action as we head into the final minute. Both competitors लग रहा है बहुत ही expressive mode में हैं. दोनों खुल के खेल रहे हैं. Their decks are being exploited. Every skill being applied. Final 60 seconds. Double elixir time. Also, अगर आपको लगता है कि मुझे इस गेम के बारे में चीज़ें नहीं मालूम तो I would agree with you. मुझे इस गेम के बारे में चीज़ें नहीं मालूम. Looking at the right tower, Kumail's right tower will be compromised. This is not looking good for Kumail. He is at the last chance saloon. He needs to get some sort of offense.
But will he be able to defend all of this?
I will not be surprised if he does because that's what he does. Golem in play. And this looks like we may be going into overtime.
Oh,
Nothing surprises us
notice
anymore.
how
Look at the
Kumail-
right tower of Adrian as
yes, that's what I was about to say. Look at how Kumail came back with doing what he does best.
well. I'm telling you, this man will be the end of me. Beautiful performances. Again, if you think for everyone watching or will be watching this after the end of our live event, let us know your feedback, what we can improve. We are trying our best. This is our first live esports tournament that is not UFC. So we are doing our best to make things work and hopefully your feedback would be appreciated. But what will not be appreciated by Kumail is his King Tower looking absolutely dissipated, but wow. This may be
This
a
looks
reversal
like game
of
over
fortunes.
now.
And
Yes,
that
it is.
it.
Yes, it is.
Oof. Gomel, I think we need to have a conversation after this stream. This is absolutely amazing. So now, looking at the rankings, Hamad on top, Sohaib second, Adrian with his second loss. Abdullah, we will be waiting for your response as soon as we can hear you again. Um, who do we look at? Let's see what Ammar is up to. He is going up against Sohaib. This will be a battle of attrition. The top competitor versus the unshakable Ammar.
And the interesting part about this is that Royal Giant, Sohaib hates that deck, and Amar is like putting salt to his wound by playing that.
Looks like he is just exploiting the weakness of his opponent. But the longer he can do that, the longer he will stay in this
Ooh.
competition. Triple elixir
This
time.
is the
Some extremely well-timed maneuvers from both competitors. About
but now the counter push coming into play. Can he do the Royal Giant right now? And if he does, he would probably have a huge advantage in the counter push. Naveed, I'm telling you, Ammar would win this. I'm
looks
sure
likely.
about that.
It looks pretty likely, but some staunch rear guard action from Sohaib. Gets the giant as well. Is that going to be GG as we end into the overtime?
And Ammar takes the win.
Oh,
Looks like he's
okay
back on
then.
his
He
feet.
has more damage, but look, let's see what happens. Ammar gets the win. Abdullah, your prediction was on point, even though it was closer than you may have anticipated. As Sohaib is handed a rare loss.
And
Second.
look at the lead.
Rising from the ashes, Ammar the Phoenix getting it done, now up to second place. How about that, Abdullah?
I'm just, I don't know what to say. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि जो तुमने बात कही थी कि I just be surprised feel ही नहीं कर सकता because I'm out of feelings now and I'm out of words as well.
Well,
पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है टूर्नामेंट में.
this is again as big as it gets for this community. And speaking of big time performances, you need absolute clutch moments. Ammar and also Komel right now languishing in sixth, but still in the points. And looking at the rankings now, it looks more familiar than we thought it would. And I think maybe Lion King struggling today, even though he was in the points yesterday. Final 11 minutes. Whose action are we going to review? I think let's look at the man at the top, Hamad. What is he doing? And
Hamad.
maybe against Mufa.
I guess Mufab was also in the top 10 if I'm not wrong.
I think he was
He
7th or 8th.
is
Yes.
currently at ninth. He's currently at ninth with 6 wins, which is not bad. If he gets this win, he would probably get 2 ranks above. So we're looking at Mortar, Graveyard, and Splash Yard probably. Mortar has a lot of variations, and I don't know if Mufab is playing.
As we're looking at the action, so far it's pretty even. In fact, the damage looks pretty even as well. A lot of emojis going on as well. I don't know if I would do that, considering.
And you might notice 5 spectators. This looks really interesting because people, I guess, are spectating Hamad because he's first.
Yes, when you are up the rankings, you get the eyeballs. People like to see what you are all about. A bit of a celebrity mode, as we'd like to say. As Baby Dragon takes care of the offense before he is taken care of by the right tower. 60 seconds, double elixir. What will happen? Abdullah, who's looking favorite to move on? Or is it too early to say? So in the comments we see Ammar is actually the best competitive Pakistan player. When he loses, he changes his deck. I know him personally, and we are in the same clan for more than 2 years. I think Abdullah would agree with you at that. He is again one of the biggest names when it comes to the Clash Royale community, and every time he's seen adversity today, he has pulled out on top. Yesterday may not be his best showing, and today it looked like he may be worse off, but जो कारनामे उन्होंने अंजाम दिया, again like I said, Phoenix rising from the ashes is exactly what he did. Again, Abdullah is out of breath. I'm out of superlatives. What a day of competitive esports this is.
This is just top class gameplay by everyone.
We started this stream being absolutely bewildered. What are the favorites doing? And then we were just absolutely bewildered by the way they came back into this. I mean, this is how you perform. This is what you do under pressure. And really happy to see what's going on. A minute 25 left. Heavy offense from Hamad. He wants that dub as quickly as possible.
Porter is doing some damage now. Ahmad, will he be able to come back in the last minute?
Something needs to happen. Ahmad has a lot at stake in this game. He is currently sitting pretty at the top. Everyone else is breathing down his neck. वो भी चाहेंगे तो किसी तरह का leverage ले सकें against these competitors.
Oh, game Mortar, and he has the fireball.
This is excellent gameplay
the Mortar
from
gets
Mufab.
one more hit. And the miner comes down as well. Mufab just needs to cycle 2 fire and it will be game over for Ahmad. But will he be able to do so with Ahmad's push coming?
This may not be the smartest decision. Let's see what happens now. Quickly!
And
Wow.
he takes the beautifully played by Mufab. Beautiful gameplay by Mufab, taking on a strong line.
Mufab
That was
may
really
have
well.
just dislodged the leader. Let's see. Is that true? And it is. Look at that, Abdullah.
Man, I don't know how I'm supposed to name this leaderboard.
And you know what? If whatever happens in this current game that Edright is playing right now, it may determine who may move on. जो भी जीतेगा वो आगे जाएगा, मगर more importantly जो हारेगा उसकी खैर नहीं, because it's too competitive right now.
Especially when you're Ahmad and you're at 4 losses, so everything's at line.
You know, from 4 losses and 1 win, he has put on an undefeated streak against some of the best gamers from this community. I would love to see what happens in the chat after this. In fact, I'm pretty sure the community में भी chat चल रही होगी. पागलपन के मुतरादिफ होगी. As of now, Ammar's right tower is being targeted by Adrian, who is current. By the way, ये matchup बहुत खतरनाक हो सकता है क्योंकि currently Adrian जो है वो top पे हैं, but Ammar is undefeated. Either one loses, may lose the top spot, or may be knocked out for good. तकरीबन 5 से 6 मिनट का गेम प्ले बाकी.
Looks like Ammar hasn't been able to damage a single.
Ammar needs to mount some offense or it will be good night for him. आखिर के 5 मिनट रहते हैं. 5 minutes mean one more win and that could change the points. अच्छा, points को लेके शायद अभी लोगों को realize ना हो, but towards the end जब final tally किया जाएगा तो ये छोटे margins जो हैं यही शायद इस चीज़ का तहैया करें कि कौन आगे बढ़ेगा और कौन पीछे रह जाएगा. 20 seconds left in this one. इसमें भी बहुत सारे spectators अब्दुल्ला जैसे कि अभी हम बात कर रहे थे. 4 people watching this as well. What is your forecast? What do you see happening?
Android would be able to take this win क्योंकि वो जिस तरीके से खेल रहा है, looks like he's in phenomenal form and I don't know how Ammar can recover from the lost HP, but at the end of the day, Ammar है, so I cannot say anything for sure. I don't know. I think he can come back because out of all the people, he's the only one who can manage a comeback.
Like they say, if there's anyone who can do it, he may be the man. And he's done it time and time again today. But as of now, the health of his both of his towers is pretty compromised. In excellent position.
And this looks like it's going to be game over.
Yes, it is. Curtains for Ammar as a valiant effort is put to bed. Finally, his winning streak comes to an end. Adright consolidating his lead at the top, or maybe is there someone else who has dethroned him? We shall see. Alright, 3 minutes to go, and looks like it's a shootout between Daniel Snipe and
Daniel and Android are facing each other. So this would be a really important match in terms of ranking.
This may be for all the marbles. देखते हैं कौन जीतता है. And also the second or third place उसके लिए भी अभी कुछ definitive नहीं आया है. So the other game that is happening right now, उसका result भी determine कर सकता है कि कौन आगे जाएगा और कौन घर.
अच्छा, I'll just break down the type of decks both are playing. Daniel Snipe has an advantage of the deck he's playing because of the bowler. वो जो है रॉयल हॉक्स को तक भी नहीं पहुंचने देगा और इसके पास इवन दो एंड्रॉइड के पास साइकिल है मगर फायर बॉलर जो है मच टू डिफेंड कर सकता है. And I think this would be really difficult for Android to break through. But if he secures this win, I would say he's guaranteed first place.
Good defense from Android there. He needed that.
Naveed, could you hear me?
Yep.
Did आवाज आ रही थी when I was explaining the breaking down the deck?
पूरा सुना. It's finally good to have a good connection. Sometimes this could happen. Again, पाकिस्तान में हम रहते हैं तो मसले कभी-कभी हो सकते हैं. मगर खैर अब I think हमको आदत हो गई इन challenges को भी face करने की तो कोई बात चलता है.
Android is doing surprisingly well considering he's facing a hard counter. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes the win because of the form he's in.
Alright, double elixir. This might actually favor Daniel Snipe towards the end because his deck looks elixir heavy. And if I'm not mistaken, Abdullah, you can let me know if Adright has a quick cycle deck.
Yes, he certainly has a quick cycle deck. Plus, Daniel has a lot of splash damage troops which can just destroy these walls that haven't even touched the right tower right now. And it would be hard to defend how Android just doing what he does best, playing micros and macros at every level.
We have 6 viewers watching this game right from the app. Everyone's interested in seeing what will happen today, and this is what I like.
Naveed.
And Abdullah, this is something I like.
The tournament has been ended, Naveed, so this would be the decider.
Yes,
the
it will be.
tournament time is finished.
It is. We are into the overtime. The tournament time looks to be over. जितने competitors इसको देख रहे हैं, हर कोई देखना चाह रहा है कि who will come out on top, and this is going to be pretty close. lot at stake for both these competitors. Defense दोनों इधर से
Okay,
ज़्यादा अच्छा but
I'm
sorry.
I'm predicting now. I'm saying Edroid will take the win, even though he's facing a hard counter and might face difficulty in breaking through. But I can put my trust in him, considering the way he's playing right now.
Also, he's been able to accumulate more damage, so all he might need is a couple of pushes on either tower. दोनों towers की health almost identical है, so but interesting offense from
Beautiful.
Daniel, equally coming to task defensively. I think this match may just sum up our day today. Extremely good skill showed from both competitors. Everything that is being thrown is being nullified, but for how long? Looks like it might be curtains. Look at the right tower. No, it's not. Defended again. 30 seconds left. कुछ भी हो सकता है. Alright, battle is ending. Overtime is about to be over, and this might be in favor of Adride. Tiebreaker. Adride gets it done, and possibly, in fact, probably gets the top spot for the day and gets all the points that he needs. So this is going to make things very interesting heading into actually ending the second day. Abdullah, if you can just quickly run us through the scoreboard. Right now there are a few more battles going on. What is happening? Hamad is in action in the overtime against Legend player.
I think we should spectate Hamad because he would do 11 wins, even though Edroid secures his first place.
That is cool. 6 viewers watching this as well. 7 now. Everyone's interested in seeing what happens.
And Legend player takes the win. I think
He should be able to. So looks like Edward is going to consolidate his lead at the top, as this win for Legend player may affect the rankings. अभी हम rankings को देखेंगे और हमें सही idea होगा कि कौन किधर खड़ा है. Abdullah, if you can just run us quickly through.
Yes. तो अगर आप एड्रॉइड की परफॉर्मेंस की बात करें लास्ट टूर्नामेंट में आई टोल्ड यू हाउ कैन ही गेट नॉक्ड आउट such early in the tournament, but look at how he recovered. Beautifully played by him. And on second we have Hamad with 10 wins. He has been really well in the previous tournament as well. Can you hear me, Naveed?
Yep.
Okay. On third we have
I can hear you now. I hope your audio gets sorted. In the meanwhile, we'll just quickly speak of what we can see. So, like Abdullah explained, Adroid coming in first with 12 points. Hamad with 10 wins coming in second. Third was Daniel Snipe with 10 points as well. Sohaib, who was the winner yesterday, now fourth. Ammar, who was looking like he may have pulled the absolute juggler, unfortunately drops 3 positions, but still managed to get a respectable 5th place. For the 6th place, it looks pretty even between Mufab and Legend player with 9 points as well. There were 4 competitors with 9 points. Abdullah, I can hear you, I guess. Never mind. You have to feel for Komel, who was 2nd yesterday but 8th today with 7 wins. Ghasif with 6 and Junaid Bait with 6, rounding off our top 10. A few surprises at the start, but looks like towards the end all the favorites did their best and got back on top. Abdullah, are you here with us?
Yes, I am, and tell me if you can properly.
Alright, so what do you think of today's madness, if you were to sum it up?
Honestly, I cannot sum this up looking at the results and how 2 of the strong guys came back from behind Kumail and Ammar. They've been phenomenal in coming back and securing their rank. Ammar has been taken five, yes, fifth rank in both the tournaments, so that's some points as well. बाकी हम अगर बात करें न्यू बंदों की, डैनियल हो गया, he performed well, and Sohaib is, I think, secured because he scored first place in the tournament.
Again, some interruption with the voice. And I think because जितने भी लोग इस स्ट्रीम को देख रहे हैं, the format was fairly simple. You collect points. जब आपके points ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे, you will be able to qualify for the top 8, who will be battling it out for the main prize. तो अभी जितने भी qualifiers चल रहे हैं, I would highly urge all of you to be a part of this amazing initiative Abdullah and GameBird have put together. So a lot of
बिल्कुल.
respect for everyone on putting on the show. A lot of respect for everyone who's competing tonight. We've had a reasonable number of competitors, around 37 players, if you minus me and Abdullah out. So around 35 competitors. So great work from all of you. Hopefully tomorrow and the day after we'll see more and more players coming in. Abdullah, before we close the stream, any final thoughts?
Yes, I just wanted to give a
I think we'll have to hear you again, Abdullah. It's the robotic voice is back. It's a real shame कि आज हमारे साथ थोड़ी सी interruptions थी with Abdullah's voice. Again, no fault of his own. We completely understand the circumstances. Uh, again, what we try to do is do our best to get everything in shape. Abdullah, can you hear us now?
yes, I can hear you, but can you hear me?
हाँ कोशिश हो रही है because वो एक robotic voice आती है. So just if
अब हो गई सही.
sorry,
आई थिंक अब सही हो गई होगी
अब
आवाज.
बेहतर है, काफी बेहतर है.
अच्छा, finally. अच्छा, तो I'm just okay. I have some surprise that is going to be very important to the listeners on the stream. तो हम लोगों ने थोड़े से चेंजेस किए हैं फॉर्मेट के अंदर. कैन यू हियर मी?
Yes.
तो चेंजेस ये है कि टूर्नामेंट जो 3 टूर्नामेंट्स होंगे इन द फर्स्ट क्वालिफायर, हम लोग इसमें से
अब्दुल्ला आवाज फिर से इंटरप्ट हुई, प्लीज इसको रिपीट कर दीजिएगा.
are going to get selected would
Who is
be
going
in
to
pressure right
who
now.
एक मिनट अब्दुल्ला फिर से रिपीट कीजिएगा because I think half of the announcement was unheard.
I'm के ये जो अभी क्वालिफायर हुए हैं, यानी फर्स्ट क्वालिफायर के 3 टूर्नामेंट्स जो होंगे, इसमें से हम टॉप 5 प्लेयर्स को लेंगे इंस्टेड ऑफ टॉप 8 प्लेयर्स.
Ooh, the pressure cooker is on
This
now.
would be, yes, and the reason for this is the prize pool. प्राइस पूल के अंदर जो टॉप 10 लोग हैं उनको प्राइज मिलेगा. तो जब भी five players from each qualifier, that means they're automatically eligible for this pool.
All right, so the stakes are up for everyone who's listening. Make sure you guys get those results in, push for a win, and get as many points as possible because tomorrow will be the last qualifier or the qualifying day. So you need to get yourselves up in the rankings. The scoreboards will be shown tomorrow as well and also in the community. So a lot to look forward to. That I think
Yes,
Abdullah,
Naveed,
your
I
announcement may
guess
have
we should.
completely shaken things up. Again, it was a pleasure sharing the booth with you. Any final thoughts before we end the stream?
No, I would just apologize to the people listening on the stream as well because the network has but and you covered up pretty well. So I hope let's hope that this connection is better tomorrow so that we can see how the out and how we can see even better gameplay, high competition, since top 5 people would be the ones who would get selected.
Indeed, I think we're all excited to see who will be those individuals who get things done tomorrow. And again, for the competitive scene of Pakistani esports, this is going to be pretty epic. I hope all of you. Again, I don't say this to boost the stream, but if you can get this, if you can get the word out, if you can get your friends to watch this, you will actually be impressing them with your gameplay and getting a few more eyeballs into the community. देखिए आप लोग जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं, if you reshare this stream, हमारी रीच बढ़ेगी. अगर रीच बढ़ेगी तो opportunities ज़्यादा आएंगी, opportunities ज़्यादा आएंगी तो we will get ourselves one step closer to making this an esports. Again, from GameKheyl's platform, this is something that we have an absolute pleasure doing. Abdullah, again, I'm very happy that we're getting to work on this, and hopefully this is something that we can continue doing. But as of now, this is Naveed and Abdullah signing off. See you guys tomorrow with more action from
Thank you.
GameBird Qualifier for Spring, GameBird Spring Edition. Allah Hafiz.
Love.